Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. By the way, this is the wig that I'm wearing. No, I didn't change my hair around. With that being said, got a request to react to, so I'll lower my camera a little bit, oops. Got a request to react to Feuershwanz, I See Fire. Apparently, first video that I saw on the list after searching it is an Ed Sheeran cover, but otherwise by Feuershwanz, if I am pronouncing the band name thing correctly. And it's very Lord of the Rings, Hobbiton musical themed, according to the same person who requested I react to this, because of my last reaction to shansvegantaste, if I pronounce that right. I will just re-put it across the screen per me saying it, so that you can keep up with what I'm probably failing at pronouncing. Shansvegantaste or something like that. Their song from last time, which I definitely do not remember the title, so I apologise for that, but I will definitely put that across the screen, obviously. As I reacted to that one, it was featuring two other artists, Feuershwanz being one of them, and I couldn't help but notice their music style sounded very medieval folk, as it was promised to be from somebody else who commented on my seraphic reaction. So a lot of different reactions here and there that I've reacted to, followed by the nexus of a YouTuber requesting for me to react to the last German band, and then that reaction then came with the recommendation to listen to this one, Feuershwanz, I See Fire. Apparently an Ed Sheeran cover, according to the title right now. So let's get on with this and let's get to reacting. Okay, this one's definitely in English. Go figure if the title's in English, Shannon. So far we have just a male singer, but a blonde, not exactly in Viking wear like I half expected. Or maybe she is, but it's only because I can only see orange straps. That's a gorgeous necklace though. It's like a dragon's egg. Those two definitely look very Lord of the Rings. And now we've gotten stupidly modern with like a band on the stage performing in a live crowd but indoors. That's like three different elements right there already. The woman in what I initially presumed to be a regular fashion, with her blonde like dreadlocks, and the two Lord of the Rings looking knights, one in the chainmail, headwear included, and the other looking very Thor-like. And now we're in band mode. Alright. I love her Xena for your princess appeal. Personally, in personal opinion, her dress looks way too modern for Viking-like wear, especially the straps. Like there are some. I would not say 18th century, because I always keep reverting back to 18th century, but whatever era was the Vikings times, because that was also around, I believe it was around Lord of the Rings type of era. Her outfit, she was supposed to be representing for like a witchy type lady, considering I highly assume she's carrying a what's meant to represent for like a dragon's egg or something. If she had more like a off-the-shoulder skivvy like top beneath her actual dress, the top half, or maybe just like looking a little bit more disheveled in the top half, especially just carrying out this like villager witchy appeal, if that's what she was supposed to be doing. Like to me, her dress looks way too off the rack of a fashion store, even though it was probably was designed by designers for the sake of the music video. But without necessarily knowing the dress history. That is just my only impression, and what I'm getting, because these cards are clearly putting one hell of a modernized twist onto this, as well as also feeding in the as established medieval folk type of appeal, etc. Just my probably unpopular opinion regarding the dress. I'm gonna say dreadlocks wise, she's given me a lot of the witchy lady. I don't remember the actress or the character's name, but from Pirates of the Caribbean. Not Penelope Cruz, but the other one, much darker and skin toned one. She spent a lot of time around boats, and she actually eventually ended up turning into a sea monster. And she had a very strong Caribbean accent, to go figure. But just blonde dreadlocks and her witchy appeal, if that's what she's supposed to be representing, just reminds me a lot for some reason of the I'm just gonna settle saying the Caribbean lady with the dreadlocks in Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, so as it's got on a little bit further, I'm honestly not really, unless, it's still a couple more minutes of the song, but I'm not really hearing the immediate Lord of the Rings, Hobbiton, soundtrack-ish tones in this music. It's very rock, very slow, smooth rock, like the bands when they close out for other bands at a gig. Again, there's a couple more minutes of the song left, so I'm sure that LOTR Hobbiton sound will come in, maybe. But so far, the first whole minute in, and it's a back and forth of visually medieval and then live crowd audience, and music-wise, you've got the main vocalist who's singing precisely the way they would have back then. Just impressive vocals, but even the vocals sound very musical. So often singers like that didn't really need the musical kicks to it, they just sung. But then there's of course the overlay of the actual music. It's very, very rock, like live performance rock.
Remember me.
Honestly, what also would have been nice if they put some kind of filter over the feminine shots with the lady, just to really fit it in with the medieval type of era. Not that they had video cameras back then shooting music videos, obviously. They only sketched everything. I don't know, the footage of the woman looks way too filmed on a Canon camera and put into a vlog. Not enough if it was filtered and cool tones and a little bit of depth in the lighting, etc. Even if it was editing lighting, lowering the actual exposure lighting, then sorry for the pump, that would honestly benefit more for the music video, considering the woman falls in line with the two medieval men singing. They don't have much of a filter over them either. I get they want to keep something that's a lot really raw, and clearly they're throwing one hell of a modern twist on this, so they're probably taking out all the filters, dressed up in the part of it, except for the band shots obviously, dressed up in a medieval style. The woman's in plain clothes or plain coloured clothes dress. But But honestly, it definitely would have worked out better, you know, if like two different worlds type of thing. That's also what they were going for, past tense and these days. If past tense wise had a lot more of a filter, like the way Lord of the Rings had their filters edited into the movies, and or Pirates of the Caribbean, because I just keep coming back to that apparently. But of course with Banjo, I'll just leave them the way they are, because that's the lighting. That lighting is the way the lighting is. But just my opinion, you know, to obviously the music video's already said and done. It's already put out there, like 1 million views. So, but what they could have done is, unless they very intentionally let the no filters to keep everything modernized around there, it definitely doesn't cost any money filtering. You know, it takes a lot more time because you're gonna wait for more rendering, but it definitely doesn't cost any money for further money to filter, you know, any part of the footage. Especially, like I'm just saying, for the medieval shots, it would have just been nicer if they had a filter, unless, you know, like the filming of vlog or something. Probably an unpopular opinion. Unless, of course, it's going to bite me in the ass to realise that they did filter it after all. It's just not as filtered as, you know, the way that you will see in a high budget medieval type movie. If they had filtered it, I obviously take my entire, probably, you know, 1 minute comment back. But to me, it's not looking as filtered as what I thought it would when representing for the medieval era. Okay, belly dancer. It has a woman chants along, lip syncing anyway. With a back and forth of footage though. And a lady climbing all over a man on the stage. Fair enough. You better tell me it finally took her all of 4 minutes or so to put the egg on the fire. I'm guessing that's gonna help the dragon hatch a tad faster? What would you call a baby dragon? Besides baby dragon. I guess if I cracked egg, the dragon came about. Did we get to see the dragon? That is a very firm no. Okay, with all that babble aside, that was my reaction to Feuershwanz, I See Fire, Ed Sheeran cover, Napalm Records, screwing off a lip gloss. As I was saying, multiple unpopular opinions most likely, but I could have sworn that Ed Sheeran's I See Fire was a soundtrack for Sorry for the Pump. I could have sworn it was a soundtrack for something, but I don't remember. So my reaction, my post reaction is I definitely really enjoyed it. It was very smooth and it's like more of a background type of song to play over a Saturday, especially if you're just lazing about doing chores, what have you. Again, it's definitely like a cover of Ed Sheeran's, and they still put their I'm still very new to Feuershwanz, if I'm still even pronouncing it correctly. So music video wise, they definitely bounce between medieval, go figure, that's clearly their forte, and modernized, hence the band live gig shots, whatnot. But medieval clips, it would have been nice if there was like a lot more of an obvious filter, to really give off that medieval dark, wars everywhere, witches everywhere. Again, if that's what that lady was presenting to be, just a filter over both those, just to really give it, they're singing about that era, or they're fitting a modern song, in theme to a medieval theme. But if they did put a filter on there, like a very light, mild one, then I take my comment back. But there was no filter at all. They just filmed and tucked it in the editor, edited the video together, and then obviously tucked it onto YouTube. Go figure. Then there's that. So I definitely really did enjoy Feuershwanz AC Fire's cover of Ed Sheeran's song, obviously. Definitely a very long song just to chill out to, lip sync to yourself as you're going about your day. Not a whole lot of theatrical performances. They just two men stay put, amidst that rocky environment, and there's a lady walking around and performing on stage. It's a lot more of a laid back video, which some videos that are more laid back reach out to a part of their audience, whereas like the previous one I reacted to reaches out to the audience that are much more for the storytelling, like very movie like, but for a music video. And then there's obviously other music videos that are focused on live performances, or like a compilation of all their live gigs mashed into one with the overlay track of their new song that caters to that part of the audience. So the bands have to cater to every single faction, so to speak, just about out there. So this was my reaction to Feuershwanz I See Fire Ed Sheeran's cover. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed the reaction portion, obviously, and I shall see you all for my future videos. And absolutely feel free to chuck all of your reactions down below in the comment section. It does not matter what artists, pop, heavy metal, rock metal, death metal, black metal, opera, anything, I will react to it. Some, don't be butthurt though, some videos I do try to react to, and YouTube just isn't having it. YouTube can be very biased with who gets to react to what. I tried like how ages ago to react to Selena Gomez and Coldplay's Let Somebody Go. It took me 5 editing times to upload this. Each time got blocked completely. Finally, our final attempt, I managed to get it through on just on copyright claim. I could deal with that. Got up to 119 views, which was awesome. And then when I went to upload a new video, I looked down the list and saw that Selena Gomez one and a Coldplay one got blocked. So then I tried reacting to Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift's The Joker and the Queen. Every attempt there just got blocked. So I will react to whatever you request me to react to, but sometimes YouTube lets me, especially getting past the publish button, and other times it just doesn't, and I had to move on to another band or what have you. So with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching again, and I shall see you all for my future videos. Bye guys.